Well, Mr. Speaker, thanks for introducing me in sort of this exhibition round. So the elephant in the room here is that the plan supported by side opposition, namely the 5 elephant policy, is ludicrous. And it is the firm assertion of side proposition that we must abolish the 5 elephant plan. Now, as I'm sure everyone in the room recognizes, the 5 elephant plan is a plan that has been proposed by our government to give 5 elephants to each man, woman, and child on Earth. Now, first of all, this proposition is so vague that I've been brought forward that I can barely construct arguments against it at this point. But frankly, I'm going to do my best here with what little I've been provided. Now, frankly, this is personally impractical. I can't take care of 5 elephants. 5 elephants is a large and impressive responsibility. And I mean, not even if I have to have African elephants, even Indian elephants would be a challenge that, quite frankly, I'm not up to. Even if some ivory tower intellectuals are going to claim that it is my personal responsibility to be taking care of 5 elephants. Moreover, this plan is morally repugnant. There are some people on Earth who are frankly too poor to be taking care of 5 elephants. What is some child in Africa who needs to work at his farm going to do when his government comes down and hands him his 5 elephants? Is he going to...
Okay, but can't you, ride the elephant places and be really awesome because he's riding an elephant? Also useful transport.
1 elephant? 5 What is the possible use of this plan? I mean, moreover, even if this plan wasn't personally impractical for the vast majority of people, even if this plan wasn't morally repugnant, frankly, this plan just isn't feasible. I don't have my 5 elephants, do you? Of course you don't. This plan has been proven not to function by the very fact of its surviving for how long it has. Frankly, I don't see how any responsible government can any responsible opposition can sit here and claim that this 5 elephant plan has been working. I mean, it clearly hasn't been working. Do we even have enough elephants to provide for it? Well, I suppose yes. Well, you'll be bringing forth the statistics, I'm sure. So, again, frankly, I don't have all that much to work with. So I don't know. I'll give a sort of a brief summation of what we have so far. So again, this plan is vague. It's so vague. I mean, are these elephants African? Are they Indian? Are they some sort of strange pygmy breed? Opposition has not brought this forward to us. Well, here, I'm going to ask you, do you think that this is a plan that has enough sound scientific backing to actually be functional? Well, I think we're going to be seeing opposition's insane overconfidence when they stand to try to defend a plan which, quite frankly, this House views as ridiculous. So, this plan. Now, and of course, my partner is going to be bringing forward the fact that this plan is not only harmful to individuals within our society, but is harmful to the elephants themselves, who are going to be forced to endure a sort of elephant slavery under this plan. So let's go through what we have seen from side opposition so far and the counter we've made. So side opposition has clearly stood behind the plan to give 5 elephants to every man, woman, and child. This plan is vague. This plan is impractical. No one can take care of 5 elephants. No one wants to take care of 5 elephants. Taking care of 5 elephants is a ridiculous responsibility. This plan is morally repugnant. It is unfair to people. Some people can't take care of their elephants. And then why do we force elephants on people who don't want them? Do people have a moral responsibility to be taking care of these elephants? I think not. Finally, the plan isn't feasible. The plan isn't working. The plan hasn't been working. The plan isn't going to work. 5 elephants. You can think of the logistics of transporting 5 elephants to every person on Earth. Can anyone even imagine it? So it is for these reasons, ladies and gentlemen, that the plan that side opposition is supporting must fall.
I see. All right. Member of the opposition from MF. You have 7 minutes.
Hello, MF. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So we seem to have taken on some unexpected burdens in this area, but I think I can deal with them here. So first thing the Prime Minister got up and told you today, or one of the first things, because he told you a lot of very strange things. One of the first things he told you is that there are a lot of people in this world, and there might not be enough elephants. He also wanted hard statistics for you. So while I was waiting for my turn to speak, I did a quick head count of the room. By my count, this world is inhabited by 17 people. 5 elephants per person, 17 people, that's 85 people. Am I right? Am I right? Please check my math on that. But I'm pretty sure it's 85 elephants. If there are not 85 elephants in this world, this plan will be in trouble. But I think we're okay on that measure. Side government also wanted to know, what kinds of elephants are people getting? And I'm going to get into, the African versus Indian debate in a bit, because I think that's a really important issue to deal with. But, let's suffice to say, we're not opposed to more elephants on this earth. That's the reason we're going to give 2 adult males, 2 adult females, and 1 child of a random gender to every person. That way the elephants do have an opportunity to breed, and, we can get more elephants, and people can get more if they want. Let's face it, getting 1 elephant, which I think is what side government is kind of in favor here, getting 1 elephant isn't really that helpful if you want more elephants. Getting 1 elephant only lets you have 1 elephant. Let's talk about the practical uses of elephants, because I think side government overlooked them here. First and foremost, riding things. You can ride elephants. You can even, if you have tiny elephants, have elephants riding other elephants. Everyone knows that you can ride other things of the same species. That sounded way dirtier than it was supposed to. Everyone knows that good times come from that. Also, ivory. Ivory is valuable. Ivory is good. This is an economic stimulus package. We will be giving everyone an economic stimulus because if they so desire, they can harvest the ivory from their elephants. What can you do with ivory? You can sell it. Or you can use it to kill more elephants and get more ivory. Ivory has many uses, Mr. Speaker. Side government has overlooked them today. We are deeply, deeply worried that side government just isn't considering all the issues with this case that we have brought forward. Let's talk about this African Indian elephant question. See, side government would have you believe that African elephants and Indian elephants just can't get along, that they can't coexist, that they can't inhabit the same household, or even, be raised by the same human being. We would disagree. We would say that if you're an elephant, you're an elephant, and that's what's important here. Allowing the elephants to live in the same society, to, crossbreed with each other if they so desire, promotes social cohesion, and that's something we're for today on side opposition. Side government would have you believe that elephants just can't live together, that they are so inherently different based on where they come from, that no cohabitation is possible. Voting for side government today is voting for racism. And you don't want to support racism, do you? Let's move on. Point 3, government subsidies. I talked about this a bit in terms of this is an economic stimulus, but it also applies. 2 side propositions worry that we won't be able to, sustain these elephants. What they don't seem to understand is that, assuming we have the resources to gain all these elephants, which, because we're the government, we're just going to say we do, and if side government wants to come up and say, well, this plan's going to cost a lot of money, then they need to find some more interesting arguments. Assuming we have the money for these elephants, which we will blindly assert that we do, we also have the money to provide individuals raising elephants with the ability to, feed them properly and buy big enough houses for them.
How can you depend on the individuals, especially the individuals in this room, to actually take care of 5 elephants?
Well, if you don't think you're up to the task, you can always sell your elephant to someone else. Someone else is obvious. Like, if you don't think you're up for the task of 5 elephants, you can always sell your elephant to Dylan. Dylan seems to think he can take care of 7 whole elephants. 6 or 7. So like, we don't see that as being a problem. We think that, in fact, a profitable new elephant farming industry is likely to arise from the 17 people in this room and all 85 elephants that will be composed of them. We're not worried about that. We think that people will find a way. People will love their elephants. People will take care of them. And, you know, yeah. Moving on. Point number 4. Liechtenstein. I actually don't know what Liechtenstein has to do with this because I'm pretty sure it's a bit too small to fit all the elephants we're talking about in this case within the borders of the country. So, I would like to take a POI.
Don't you think that the significance that the monarchy of Liechtenstein holds towards their elephants makes it insulting that would even consider taking so much of a responsibility that they have claimed upon the 17 individuals in this room?
Don't you think that's wrong? I also didn't hear the entire question, but it was something about monarchy being responsible and us not giving them enough credit. We think that, like, letting the monarchy take care of the elephants as well shows that we trust them to, you know, interact with our resources the same way we are trusted to interact with our own resources. We've moved beyond the times of, like, oppressive dark ages where the royalty just takes everything. Now we trust the monarchy with our own resources. We think this is moving forward. That's why the monarchy of Liechtenstein will be so happy. That's what my 4th point was. So, something I would say, we provided you with an exceedingly reasonable plan here on side opposition. Side government has stood up and told you that African and Indian elephants simply can't live together. Side government is racist. We are against racism here on side opposition. We are proud to prop/oppose. Thank you.
Why is everyone throwing pens today?
I don't know, but at least that one wasn't at me. Okay, Jordan, whenever you're ready, you have 7 minutes.